Hey guys, it's me, Rebecca, the Bexa Boss Lady, and welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk to you about something that I just did. I purchased a few lots of jewelry by pound, and it was from an online auction site, and I had to pick it up locally. So they were estate sales that were online, so you just bid online like you would any other auction, like on eBay. And then you go to their location when the auction is over to be able to pick up the items that you won. This is the first time I've ever done things like that. Oh, if you see this brown fellow walking around, this is Amos. He's our rover dog for this weekend. He's our guest, and you all know Winston, my fabulous assistant here. I guess supervisor, we could call him whatever you want. But I wanted to go through this process with you because I have never done this before. I've honestly never really watched anybody's videos on jewelry or buying like this. So everything was a learning experience for me. The one thing about this auction place that I did, it was local. They have a timer. So if anyone bids within the last 30 seconds of the auction, it resets to 5 minutes. So you can't, in the old days, you used to call it sniping. You can't like snipe it at the last second from other bidders. So it allows people an opportunity. They get 5 more minutes to go back and bid. So I did pay a little bit more than I wanted to. I ended up with about 55 pounds of jewelry. They came in 3 different lots. So you can see like this one was lot 3 and it had 19 pounds of jewelry in it. And they just came in these, one came in a plastic box. The rest of them came in like wood, or not wood, cardboard containers, like wine boxes or something. And so when we went to go pick it up, you had to pick it up within a certain amount of time. It was a certain day, a certain time. And if you didn't pick it up by that time, you forfeited your money and the items. So you wanted to make sure that you really went and picked your items up, or that you were available to pick your items up at that time. The one thing that I honestly didn't pay attention to, and I know this is my fault and I should have read about it and understood more, is that there was an 18% buyer's premium. I don't know why I didn't understand this, but anyway, everything that I bought had an additional 18% added onto it. So I ended up with 50 some pounds of jewelry, and it cost me $240 because each thing was about $60 plus the premium and tax. So that's what it ended up being. Now I have, like I said, I've never purchased this amount I've never really done this before. So I mean, I've sold jewelry before, but I've never purchased it in this like quantity or this style. So I'm going to show you how it came. This is the 19-pound box. And it literally all just comes like shoved in a box like this. And it's like a treasure hunt. You just hunt for things that you find, that are worth anything. The biggest box was a 22-pound box, and that one took me forever to sit here and untangle all of the necklaces. But how I did this, and I'm sure everyone has maybe a different way of doing this, is that I took like all the bangles and I put them in separate containers. This is all the like earrings or one piece that I needed to find mates for. So this is going to be the last thing that I list because there are mates to earrings I'm finding in the different bins. So once I have all of the earrings separated and put in here, then I'm going to go through and do the earrings. I've been doing the necklaces first because they take me a long time to untangle, first of all, and second of all, I think they're just really easy to list. But what's happening is that I'm finding ones that are really long, like this one, that I actually need to use my mannequin because they don't fit on this little linen thing that I bought. Now you can get these on Amazon, and I'll put links for everything that I am showing you or using in this video in the description of this video. But you can also get these with like 50% off coupons at Michael's or Hobby Lobby. You can get these pretty much anywhere, but I like the linen. I think the linen is a nice background. And, you know, if you have black jewelry or you have white jewelry, it'll show up versus if you get like a black one or a white one, it's hard to see vice versa. So like this would not show up very well on a black neck thing. So I have these separated. So I separated out, this is 2 boxes that I separated out. These are the long necklaces. So you can see they're laying out long so I don't get them tangled again. And then I have already gone through and listed a whole bunch of them, but you can see how I just put them in these bags. So these bags are a little bit smaller than I wanted. These I think are 2x3 size bags. I got them on Amazon. So they do fit some jewelry, but then I have some bigger jewelry that they don't fit in, like this J. Crew necklace. Like this doesn't fit in those bags. So I'm either going to order some bigger bags, or I do have some of these that I used for some other things. They're organza, you know, like you get wedding things in them, but these are a little bit wider. Oh, actually, let's see. I don't want them smushed either. See, these aren't really gonna work either. Yeah, that's not. I don't want them smushed, so that doesn't fit in there. So I'm gonna have to get some larger bags. But like I said, this is all learning experience. Now, once you have the items sorted out, I had different piles. So I had piles of items that I was definitely gonna keep, that I knew were worth something, like, where is that? I had it out. So like this Kate Spade, like the Kate Spade necklace. So I knew this I was gonna list and I was gonna sell, and I wanted to put it on my stores. So there was a pile for that. There was a pile for, you know, maybe I would list, maybe I'll list them as bulk. So maybe 10 costume jewelry necklaces, like their Charmin Charlie's or Forever 21 or whatever like that. So that is what I'm going to do with those, is sell them more in a bulk. And then I have another pile of items that I might be able to fix. There were a couple beaded like Ann Taylor Loft or Ann Taylor necklaces that I can just put back together with my little tweezer things that I have. And then I have a trash pile, and my good friend Julie over at Casa Chic gave me a great idea to sell them as art project beads, or jewelers, like 5 pounds of do-it-yourself jewelry pieces, so people can have all the beads and the clips and whatever else. They can have everything, and I'll put that in another box and I'll auction that off on eBay. So that is how I've separated them out. I did 1 box at a time, and I took my time. I like would leave some of the necklaces that were all funky and twisted and knotted, and then I would come back to it. But you can see here, I'll show you, like when you just start pulling the pieces here, you can see that it's like this. So it definitely takes a lot of patience and a lot of time to be able to go through that. So that's something that I need to consider for the future, is not only, you know, these are a lot faster to list. Obviously, there's a lot less information. They're quick to take photos of. They're easy to store. But it takes a lot of time to untangle all these. So you really want to make sure, you know, any reselling that you're doing, you want to take into consideration the amount of time it takes you to do something, because time is money. And so you want to be able to take this stuff, get the pictures, and get it listed and make money as soon as possible. Now, I've already sold 3 pieces out of this for a total, I think, of $70 in sales. So I'm clearly on my way to making a profit on this box, because I probably have, I don't know, 150 more things to list or more. So definitely I would do this again. But you know, you have to take into consideration the amount of work that goes into this. Now, how do I know what these are? Well, that's a good question. I am not a jeweler. I'm not an expert on jewelry, so I can't obviously give you this most magical advice on exactly what I've been doing or what to do, but I'll show you what I've been doing. And let me see here. So when you get most jewelry that you get, like if you buy jewelry or nice jewelry, it has a tag on it. So let me see here. Where's that necklace? So I'll give you an example. This necklace here is a little, like, you know, costume necklace. and it is from Banana Republic. How do I know that? Because there is a tag. I don't know if you can see this. There's a tag that says BR on it, and the BR stands for Banana Republic. Now, this is where my knowledge of brands and history of shopping and knowledge of logos comes in handy, because I knew immediately when I saw this that it was Banana Republic. I, have been an avid shopper my whole life. I've been reselling for a really long time. And so for me, there is an advantage here to being able to buy this and know a lot of the brands. But there are some that I don't know. For instance, let's see if I can find it real quick. There was a necklace, this necklace. So this necklace is really well made. It's heavy. If it's heavy and really well made, like detailed and pretty and nice, usually that's a better brand, or a brand that is not from Charm & Charlie's. So this brand at the end of the chain has a icon on it. I don't know if you can see it. It's a little crown there. And the crown, I wasn't sure what this was because I have never seen this crown before. But after my wonderful Instagram followers have helped me, I found out that this is Premier Designs. So Premier Designs is like a home party kind of jewelry, but they have some really nice pieces. And there's actually quite a few Premier Design pieces in here. But they also have a different logo. So the Premier Design logo that I have previously been familiar with is this little guy here. This is gonna be hard to see. So Premier Designs normally has this little teeny tiny, oh, there's the crown. I guess I never really realized that. So on the old, I don't even know if you want to see that. On the old Premier Design, there's like a teeny tiny crown at the top. Yeah, it's gonna be blurry. There's a teeny tiny, okay, there's a little crown at the top, and then there's teeny tiny things that say letters that say Premier Design on them. So that must be the older tag, and maybe just the crown is the newer tag. But this is something, like I said, I'm familiar with. I'm familiar with Stella and Dot and Leah Sophia and some of those other home, Chloe and Isabel, those home-based brands. Now, there's also, common ones like this, for instance, is Chico's, and it literally just says Chico's on it. There's a little tag on that says Chico's. You can't really miss it. Now, the other things that are just, I don't know what they are, I'm just describing them. So if I'm not sure what they are, I just describe what they are. Now, like this would just be like a, sparkly beaded cuff bracelet. It's, looks like just a generic one. Now, the key to this stuff is really watching for any markings. A lot of them will have the tags, but some of them will have it actually imprinted into the item. So for instance, where's that vintage? It's kind of hard to see on some of these. So, this is just like a generic, this is Jessica Simpson. But you can see on the inside there's a JS on the inside of that. And that is Jessica Simpson. So I know that this is a little Jessica Simpson bracelet. But sometimes they'll have other things on there. Now, if you have a hard time seeing small things, you can get one of these guys. It's a little like magnifying thing, magnifier. And this was cheap. I just got this on Amazon. But you can look through here and then see, your little magnifying stuff. So that is how you work that. Get a little light on. Get your light on and magnify it. So it doesn't have to be fancy. You just need to have something that you can see more detailed. Now, 925 is silver. So if the item has 925 on it, then that means it's silver. The gold, or the carats, they'll say carats on it. Sometimes they're gold plated. If you're unsure about, like, you find really nice jewelry or something that you think is worth a lot of money, my best advice to you is to take it somewhere or take it to someone who would know. And that way you can get, you know, an estimate or valuation. You know, then you're also not selling something on, how do I want to say this? Like false pretenses. I would never want to think that I have something really amazing and then sell it and then come to find out it was like fake or it wasn't what it was supposed to be. So, you know, making sure that you are, if it is 14 karat gold or you think there is a real stone or a gem inside of the jewelry in these, then you should really get it checked out. Now, in these boxes, this seems like it was a teenager's jewelry box, because a lot of it is just kind of like costume jewelry. But there are some kind of, like, this is a nice piece. I mean, it just says Paris on the hook, but it's pretty nice. It's just like a gold kind of bolo style piece, but it's heavy. So this is where you start like researching, okay, is this just gold plated or is this gold? It is a heavy type of necklace. You know, most cheap necklaces, like these cheap charming, like this Charming Charlie necklace is like, I mean, it's just plastic. You can just tell that it's Francesca's, you know, any of those like costumey type of jewelry. Like there is a significant weight difference between this necklace and this necklace. So it's something that is easily identifiable as far as quality, that you can know something is heavier or not. Now, also, there's exceptions to everything. I'm just trying to give you some knowledge based on what I already know and I use. But you know, the Chanel necklaces, if you find a Chanel necklace, those are actually not even real pearls. They're glass beads. Most of their jewelry is like costume. So you're paying $1,200 for a Chanel necklace, to have it have rhinestones and fake pearls, which is kind of lame. I think I'd rather buy like a really beautiful fresh pearl necklace. Okay, so, you know, I have to go through all of these, but it's kind of a fun little thing to just pick through it. And, you know, there was another item, like, I mean, you guys, this Caesar's Palace gold medallion has to be worth something. I mean, we did get married at Caesar's Palace, so maybe this is a sign. This box will make me lots of money. That would be super awesome. But I don't think so with pieces like this in there. Now, there were two other jewelry things that I missed out on. One I was outbid on. It was another pound item. But there was also a large box, like a jewelry box, filled with jewelry as well. And that ended up selling by itself for over $250, which I just wasn't ready to commit. And I'm kind of glad I didn't, because I think I got a better deal with all of this stuff versus just buying one jewelry box. But you know, you never really know what you're going to find in these. And that's the thing. They could be amazing or they could be a crapshoot. And if it's a crapshoot, you have to be able to afford to lose that money or to, you know, write it off. But start simple. Just start with maybe one thing like this, you know, bid, see if you can go on to find some online estate sales near you. And then there's an app called Estate Sales. I think it's literally called it. I can't look it up because I'm filming this on my phone. But there's an estate sale app that you can get on your phone. There's also a yard sale app, and it will show where the estate sales are for the next 7 days. And some of them are online, some of them are in person. But it really gives you an opportunity to look around, kind of see what stuff is on there. Usually you'll find like vintage designer bags. You will find lots of art, lots of furniture, lots of like home goodie type things, vases, all that kind of stuff. I've seen them where they're home equipment, they're gyms. It's like, come buy my, you know, elliptical and then buy, you know, I don't know, my silverware on the way out. So it's really a crapshoot, but if you keep checking back, you're likely to find something that you might really like, or you might want to invest in and see if it's something like this that you could resell for profit. Now, I wish I could tell you how much I thought I was going to make on this, but I clearly have no idea. So what I'm going to do is, I told you that it was about $238 maybe for all of this, for 55-ish pounds of jewelry. So what I'm going to do is check back every, few weeks, maybe once a month, and I'll do a jewelry buyout update video, and I'll tell you, how many things have sold, how much money that sold for, maybe what the best items were. So far in here, I have found a few Kendra Scott pieces, the Premier Design pieces. I think those are going to be the best. I was disappointed. There were a few J. Crew necklaces that really were pretty, but they were broken or too tarnished to sell. So, and actually there was even a barrette that said R on it that I'm probably going to keep for myself. It was like a gold hair barrette. So, you never know what you're going to find, and it's a crapshoot. But to me, it's fun. You might find things that you might end up keeping for yourself. Who knows? You might just get a huge box of jewelry that you can spread out over the years and give as free gifts in your Poshmark purchases if you want to do that, since they equal out to not a lot per item. Or you can give them all as a gift for Christmas, the holidays, someone's birthday. I don't know. To me, this is worth it. To me, I do think that it will end up being profitable in the end. And once I go through this final box, I can finish wrapping up the earrings and then move on to the bracelets the bracelets, and then move on to matching up the earrings. I am excited about 2020. I am here for it. I hurt my neck, which I'm on medicine now, so that's why I can actually move my head today, but I hurt my neck, so I'm a little bit in a crappy position as far as being able to list clothing right now, because I'm not supposed to be lifting things or moving my head around a lot. But, I'm look forward to what is to come, and I hope this kind of helped you a little bit. Like I said, anything that I talked about or things that I think would help you with doing this, I will put in the description of this video for you. And, if you like this video, subscribe, give me a thumbs up. If you, want to see what is in here, go to my Poshmark closet. It is Boss Lady Resale. That link is also in the description below. And come back for more content. Don't forget to subscribe and give me a thumbs up and all of those kind of fun things. I will see you next time. And have a wonderful day. Bye.